Cool, thanks. And good to be back in Philadelphia.
Great to have you.
Thanks to Civil Rats, Universal Girlfriend, and At Night. And thanks to John G for putting on the show. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, so lots of things going on at the moment. And I've lived in the US for 18 years in Washington State. I'm a naturalized citizen for the last 10 years, 11 years. And one of my missions when I came here, which was in 2007, was trying to understand how the system works here. I kind of knew how it worked in Britain, but there are significant differences. And one of the reasons we go down an authoritarian path is the opposition is weak or enabling, well, this tells the story. You had the House, you had the Senate, had the White House, you did nothing. Guess what? You too busy fundraising. You wonder why the folks you deserted ain't clapping and screaming. You're the reason our basic rights now in a tailspin. You lost the House, you lost the Senate, lost the White House, still doing nothing. Guess what? You still too busy fundraising. You wonder why the folks you deserted ain't clapping and screaming. You're the reason we are staring down the barrel of fascism. Don't take the man at his word when he looks you in the eye and promises that his promises are shiny, cut and dry. 'Cause it's not what he says, it's what he actually does. And it's written in the data of defunding us. So toss a coin, pray and hope for the best as we ponder the story of the oligarchy. Heads they win, tails we always lose to the tune of an iron piper's paid to approve this truth. Freedom's just another word, speech in the service of regurgitated culture wars. Time to put us down, looking down at our bootstraps or over our shoulders as freedom gets waterboarded, muddying any chance of common ground. One side throws shit at the door to see what will stick. The other side holds its hands up and fundraises off of it. Two sides of that same coin observing the corporation. Legislative rules meant to be fed or forsaken. Freedom's just another word held hostage in the service of making bank. Like the failed out banks too big to fail, make bank, making the over to window dance over to the right as this creeping fascism and its real life consequences comes into view. Goes that for 103 score years, this country and its people have never been so divided. So how come in poll after poll most folks cross all the divides, just wanna have their basic needs met and a bit on the side? oligarchs, the elites, and all of the above to make it a section at the intersection of power and wealth to separate the corporation from the state, to sever the politician from the owner donor, to have a chance in hell of having a planet we can all live and grow old on. So, no King's Day, we kind of missed it because we were travelling from New York, but I was watching it online. So it's No King's Night, in effect. This is a Chumbawumba song, and it's called Farewell to the Crown. And John will be able to tell you it's a rare B-side, which I don't think we ever played it live, but I have played it a couple of times. Anyway, it goes like this. Poacher's gun, having the woods to shoot someone. My lord, your time has come, right between the eyes. Belly's master, not by chance, away with pomp and circumstance. Come join our merry dance to the rhythm of goodbye. Farewell, the bell began. Farewell, the jewel crown. Watch it all come tumbling down. Goodbye to the crown. Farewell to the prince in the Epstein closet, divine life of denial, all those royal pedophiles. Goodbye to the crown, goodbye to the chump who would be king, and his gold-plated everything, and his apprentice fashion screw thing. Goodbye to the crown, farewell the jewel crown, farewell the bell began, watch it all come tumbling down. Goodbye to the crown. To the crown, goodbye to the house of Hanover and Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. Goodbye to the house of Windsor, goodbye to the crown. Goodbye to the royal wing and all its famous pedigree. Let's put this dog to sleep. Goodbye to the crown. Farewell the jewel crown. Farewell the bell began. Watch it all come tumbling down. Goodbye to the crown. Farewell the jewel crown. Farewell the bell began. Watch it all come tumbling down. Goodbye to the crown. Goodbye to the crown. Goodbye to the crown. Bro, don't be back. And one of these days, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. So here's the thing, we got a situation. When El Presidente starts to sing the praises of divine kings, son of a disciplinarian, Wagnerian, authoritarian, fascism by any other name. Precipitously dangerous as the bumper sticker says, elect a clown, expect a circus, elect a clown, expect a circus. The return of the a laughing policeman, armed with all the wherewithal in all the world, and he's building a wall, building a wall, building a wall to keep history out against the notion of a nation of immigration. Building a wall, building a wall, building a wall, building a wall to keep the future and using fear to shut out humanity by building a wall. So here's the thing, this is how it all begins, inciting racial tension, immigrant detention, mass deportation, gulags in El Salvador, disappearing due process, suspending habeas corpus, state-sponsored human trafficking. First they come from the migrants who are forced to flee. Next they come from the dispossessed and the Highland refugees. Next up, troublemakers, anti-Turks and miscreants. And if you had a social conscience, then they're done for you and me. Watch out for the tear gas, watch out for the rubber bullets, watch out for the cops whose orders are to shoot first. Building a wall, building a wall, building a wall because they think they can. They'll carry on as long as we let them build their wall. Building a wall, building a wall, cause billionaires are under siege. Down at the end of Wall Street, down at the end of Wall Street, down at the end of Wall Street, they're building a wall. Somewhere in East Africa, where we all come from, something that made us anatomically more than human, spreading far and wide and adapting, evolving different cultures and intercommingling. So is our human story endless economic growth? Is our human story this settler-colonial shit show, or a planet in commons when no one is illegal? A planet in commons when no one is illegal. Cause we're immigrant freaks and punks, immigrant beautiful punks, immigrant romantic punks, immigrant artful punks, immigrant sexy punks, immigrant clever punks, immigrant resourceful punks, immigrant human punks. It's our human story. Planet commons when no one's illegal. Planet commons when no one is illegal. Cause we're immigrant freaks and punks, immigrant beautiful punks, immigrant romantic punks, immigrant artful punks, immigrant sexy punks, immigrant clever punks, immigrant resourceful punks, immigrant human punks. And most of all, most of us are all still immigrants here. Okay, thank you. So There is an earlier version of that on this special 8-inch square vinyl, which I've never heard of, which is going to be on sale after. And when I record, there's always like a full band on there. It's not just me ranting away. But anyway, cool. Where were we? Okay, so there's also a CD which is called Cultupus's Garden. That's the Koch brothers, who you've probably heard of. They changed the pronunciation from Koch, the Dutch, to Coke, because old man Coke didn't like the way it sounded in America. This is kind of the origin story of modern oligarchy in this country, and the Koch brothers in particular, part of a wave, but kind of leading lots of that wave in helping, advancing, enabling, directing the corporate takeover of the government and the courts. It goes like this. An origin story hatched in Wichita, feeding off the family cornucopia and the entitlement to dump greenhouse gases free of charge. Gifted the world, they still wanted more, bankrolling think tanks to start a war, to exploit ways of widening the gap between rich and poor. We're all living in the Cultupus's garden. Global warming's greatest hits becoming earworm, while they fiddle the system and the tax returns as Rome and LA burns. Twice a year since 2003, hosting Phil the War Chest Donor Jamborees, building the 24/7 365 machinery. It goes back to distract us all. So corruption 101 remains invisible. We're all living in the Cultupus's garden. Global warming's greatest hits becoming earworms, while they fiddle the system and the tax returns as Rome and the whole world burns. Smart Alex scripted legislation, spoon-fed to shills to stymie regulations, paving the yellow brick road to the Supreme Court. For the corporate, by the co-corrupt, for the billionaires who can't get enough, stochastic terroricide by any other name. Lost the plot there again. Thank you. Okay, so I am in a very strange way. I won't say excited, but I'm going to Virginia tomorrow. I've already had a couple of conversations about this, and I'm going to Fairfax, and it just so happens that the Koch brothers built their flagship free market think tank on the George Mason campus, and I'm playing right next to the campus there tomorrow evening, so we'll see. But strange to have read, I read too many books. and but to be in the place where, anyway, we'll see. That's tomorrow. One of the criticisms of the New Musical Express of Chumbawumba, and it was a criticism, they thought, oh, Chumbawumba, they read too many books. Anyway, talking of which, yeah, this is a Chumbawumba song, and I can't do the rap verses, so I've inserted different ones. But this is for Russell Vogt and Stephen Miller. You can sing along if you like. It's called Mouthful of Shit. Connie, 'cause your 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 mouthful of shit. Dark money with the plan, and the wherewithal to work the invisible hand, using a fundamentally flawed proof of concept, accruing waste products gone rogue and toxic. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. You think you're God's gift, you're a liar. I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. You think you're God's gift, you're a liar. I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Corporate media speaks in hydrocarbon tongues as the marketing all of oligopoly.com, a protection racket for the corporate, by the corporate, protecting big money in politics. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. You think you're God's gift, you're a liar. I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. You think you're God's gift, you're a liar. I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Connie, 'cause your mouthful of shit. Do something about it. Okay, anyway, so the Octopus record was written during the Biden years. As we saw, the Biden years, didn't really have that much promise in the first place, but they went totally sideways. Not particularly because Biden was the biggest recipient of APAC money. at the time, and that's carried on and just gone worse. Anyway. So what I was going to say is I keep having to update the verses because they've quickly become out of date. So this is the new version of Good Trouble. Bezos, Zuckerberg, the tech bros bend the knee as the well-to-do law firms fall in line. The swamp just gets more toxic as the guardrails come off. The war on terror repurposed to target those of us who dissent against the cycle of colonial genocide and its economic freedom. Uber Alice and its idiot plan to rule a burning planet. What the world needs now is a world of trouble. By any means necessary, some people care. What the world needs now is a world of trouble. Some collective action as an antidote to despair. Neoliberalism mutates to embrace ethnic cleansing as a means of beta testing the apocalypse, extrapolating the model to find the flames of the climate chaos, so they can find more ways to make more trillions of it. What the world needs now is a world of trouble. By any means necessary, some people care. What the world needs now is a world of trouble. Some collective action is an antidote to despair. The arc of the moral universe has only ever bent towards justice to the millions who came before us and fought for it. Like a word I glowed a long time ago, way back in history, our hidden strength, solidarity. So for all our disagreements, once we still can, meet me at the tipping point downtown. Bring a sense of outrage, a sense of humor, a sense that things can get better. Our children are dependent on us now. What the world needs now is a world of trouble. By any means necessary, some planet care. What the world needs now is a world of trouble. Some collective action is an antidote to despair. It's the same old thing, it's all connected, same old grip with updated marketing. It's the same old thing, it's all connected, same industrial, fossil fuel, military complex. So keep on keeping on with all the good trouble. Get money out of politics, call a bribe a bribe. Keep on keeping on with all the good trouble. Come together, organize, stop the genocide. Keep on keeping on with all the good trouble. Keep America beautiful.
talking of planet, you know, obviously, you mostly probably know the concept of Medicare for all. It's a no-brainer, really, but as I was saying about the Biden people, having promised to go in that direction, they just abandoned that, not wholly unexpectedly, as they are bankrolled as well by Big Pharma, etc. But there's another concept which is planet care for all, and this is planet care for all. A chance in a gazillion to balance upon a miracle to have evolved, to imagine and comprehend being alive for all practical purposes. Space billionaires notwithstanding, there's one habitable planet, we're all on it. So he fossil fuel robber barons, where do you get off trying to rule a burning planet? You couldn't make this shit up. For all practical purposes, space oligarchs notwithstanding, there's one habitable planet, we're all on it. One habitable planet, we're all on it. Just one habitable planet, we better get on it. A planet fit for commoners, that means the most of us. A thing that might finally unite enough of us. It's a no-brainer in case you missed this. Planet care for all. It's not rocket science, it's common sense. Planet care for all. It's political, it's a choice. Planet care for all. Planet Earth is not just for Christmas. Hashtag planet care for all. Planet care for all. Are we doing for time? Are we good for a bit?
Go as long as you want.
Oh. This is an old one of my old ones from. Funnily enough, I just thought of it as I was tuning up. I never ever tell guitar stories. I'm not a guitar nerd, but this guitar, if you can see that, you can zoom in on it. 8th Street Music in Philadelphia. I bought it. I want to say 2003, and the reason was I looked at what's a good guitar to play in a punk club. You know, you're in different clubs and a really robust, and this was like number 2 and it reasonably priced. But then I thought we were going because my former wife, now best friend, is from Delaware, so we'd come. She lived in England for 12 years. We had twins. I'm Danbert Nobacon here, but we'd come to Philadelphia to see her mom for Christmas and her grandma's in Delaware. And I saw that the same guitar in America, in Philadelphia, was like $400 cheaper than it was in England. So that's the story, dodging the tariffs back in the day. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. So we'll see if I can remember it. Holy moly, sweet rock and roll. Is that the devil's music I hear? Turn up the dial on the radio. I don't think so. The devil's sorry, skinny ass on the run. Did you hear the one about the children of Abraham? A Christian, a Jew, and a Muslim. They only all gone and got the same God on the side. The devil's sorry, skinny ass on the run. Truth as leaders of the shifting sand, lead the hell of the hole in the holy land. Holy moly, holy rock and roll war. Even Jesus don't know who he is anymore. Perpetual war incorporated, giving hand-me-downs to the cops. The forever war's coming right on home. The devil's sorry, skinny ass on the run. Droning on in Venezuela. Next stop, Iran again. Get your inside ticket for Armageddon. Selling fast devils as on the run. Why were your head about a stormy weather if it's all part of God's plan? Fill up the Hummer, slam the accelerator. Here we come, kingdom come. Holy moly, sweet rock and roll. Is that the devil's music I hear? Turn up the dial on the radio. I don't think so. The devil's sorry, skinny ass on the run. Turn up the dial on the radio. I don't think so. The devil's bony ass on the run. Unless of course there ain't no devil, and there's only God when he's drunk. Citation, Tom Waits, the last line there, you may know it. Some of you. Okay. So there's some free postcards and stickers back there as well, and all my albums post Chumbawumba are on Bandcamp, which is probably the best place to find them these days. Like I said earlier, I read a lot of books, and I started reading a lot of. I became fascinated with human evolution, and in particular, and I realized that a lot of the science has very poetic language. So, and I realized it was infecting my lyric writing. And so I was doing this album in 2016 called Stardust to Darwin Stuff, I call it the science album because that's just my nickname for it. But we were supposed to be done recording in October 2016, and of course we went over, and in early November, Badcline Creepy got elected for the first time. So I had to go and rejig it. Anyway, this is one of the songs from the Science album. It's called Karma Won't Save Us. Take a rock in your hand and let it fall wherever you may be. Testable, repeatable, demonstrable evidence of our situation and its gravity. By application of this scientific method, by taking careful measurements, we find that the enduring false positive of endless economic growth is a luxury our species can't afford. So I'm sorry, but karma won't save us. Measured by every soul that ever died. So the rich could get away with getting richer every day with intangible cost to the ruling class. The blue wannabe spaceman of Amazon, every second of every single day makes $2,557 in the time it takes to say minimum wage. So I'm sorry, but karma won't save us. Measured by every soul that has to die. So the rich can get away with getting richer every day with no palpable corollary consequence. Killing us softly with orthodoxy. Does it make me angry? It makes me apoplectic. That we'd enable the 1% to drive the whole picnic over the cliff without applying the science, believing scientific. So I'm sorry, but karma won't save us. Measured by every soul that has to die. So the rich can keep on getting richer every day till it all falls apart and worms and shit hit the earth. As the peer-reviewed evidence clearly shows, predator capital is a psychosis beyond hope, an aberration, a rogue mean, a failed experiment, and an insult to our millions of years old evolved intelligence. Okay, so this is another Chumbawumba song. You know, I didn't sing on it. I didn't sing on any of these Chumbawumba songs. We had 8 people and we had 5 really good singers, so I was on like the subs bench because I just couldn't pick the tunes up quick enough. We learned early on, and I got kind of subs bench. Anyway, but having gone to a different team, anyway, I won't get into soccer metaphors, but actually I will, because
There you go.
maybe someone's recording this. I have a mate, 2 mates actually, who are from Philadelphia. They're obviously Philadelphia Eagle fans. And Tim, the older brother, Tim said, "Oh, Danbert, I've got to pick your brain. I need an English football team I can support." Okay, so I thought, well, I support Burnley, which is a small town north of Manchester where I grew up, and moved to Leeds, and that's where Chumbawumba came together. 4 of us were from Burnley, but you know, my children were born in Leeds, so I said, "Tim, you got to support Leeds." Okay, and then he completely forgot all about it. But last season, Leeds and Burnley got promoted to the Premier League. They played this morning. I wasn't able to watch it, but Burnley won 2-0. So I'll be sending him a text. Anyway, So, that really was a tangent. Anyway, the Chumbawumba song, The Day the Nazi Died, because a lot of people are picking up on it, and it's sadly ironic that, you know, you think when someone picks up on your song, it's a great thing, and it is, but it's just not the song you would pick for people to pick up on in the scheme of things. You know, and it was written in 1987, and Rudolf Hess was the last surviving Nazi, and he killed himself in Spandau prison. And he was the only person in there. And the shock was, for, you know, we grew up with, you know, thinking, you know, the Nazis were done and dusted, the propaganda in Britain. But, you know, the news was showing all these skinheads and old Germans coming out to celebrate, you know, to mark the fact of his funeral or whatever. And it was shocking at the time. And we were actually going to play Germany and Europe at that time. You know, initially, we'd only been doing it a year or two. And, you know, it's still West Germany before the wall came down. And the West German youth were really... And they had a group, we did a benefit for anti-fascist action in Germany. And they were really kind of militant about, look, you know, and our tour manager, he's like, oh yeah, my granddad, total Nazi. He was then, he still is today. So, you know, and things have just gone downhill since then. So you can join in if you want. I can't sing all the beautiful harmonies, but this is the day the Nazi died. And it's really about the death of that ideology. Anyway, I won't go into that. People have other interpretations, but okay.
Sing along with Danbert.
We're told that after the war, the Nazis vanished without a trace, but battalions of fascists still dream of a master race. The history books, they tell of their defeat in 45, but they all came out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died. They say the prisoner of Spandau was a symbol of defeat, while Hess remained in prison, then the fascists they were beat. So the promise of an Aryan world would never materialize. So why did they all come out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died? The world is riddled with maggots. The maggots are getting fat. They're making a tasty meal for all the bosses and bureaucrats. They're thinking over the boardrooms and they're fat and full of pride. And they all came out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died. So if you meet with these historians, tell you what to say. Tell them that the Nazis never really went away. They're out there burning houses down and taking over the US government and other governments. And we'll never rest again until every Nazi dies. Okay, so this is a brand new song which I debuted last night in Queens in New York, in Queens on No King's Eve. And at the end you might want to sing along if you can pick it up, but I'm just experimenting with it anyway. It's getting worse, buckle up. We'll start again. It's getting worse, buckle up. POTUS and his goons are running amok. It's getting worse, make it stop. It's not funny anymore, it never was. It's getting worse. Man, take my ass, do the math. It's a gerrymandered power grab. It's getting worse. Manufacturing emergencies as a means of unleashing emergency powers. Woke up this morning to find that me and my mates have been designated terrorists for having the nerve to sing and shout about it. This super capitalistic fascist politics, it's getting worse. The glass has long since worn off the American drinking nation most as it's getting worse. They pay paradise to build their market fundamentalist mega church, it's getting worse. Round down our throats, long capital overkilling Simon as it's getting worse. In this dark money universe, and this collateral damage of all of us. Woke up this morning to find that me and my mates have been designated terrorists for having the nerve to sing and shout about it. This super capitalistic fascist politics. Yeah, about that super capitalistic fascist politics, where the freedom to sell automatic weapons trumps the freedom not to be shot by them, where the freedom to dump forever chemicals trashes the freedom not to breathe them in, where the freedom to deny the greenhouse effect cancels 99% of climate science, where this economic freedom Uber Alice is that idiot plan to room of burning planets. But spring can only be coiled so tight. The pendulum can only swing so far to the right. It's getting worse before it gets better. Life at the end of our tether. What the heck? All hands on deck. Come, all ye God. Come all you radical and lunatics, we're all Antifa now. What the fucking fuck? What the fuck is up? What the fucking fuck? What the fuck is up? What the fucking fuck? We're all Antifa now. What the fucking fuck? What the fuck is up? What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? What the fuck is up? We're all Antifa now. Still working on the ending. Anyway, okay, so this is the last song, and it's called When Push Comes to Shove, and it's also on the 8-inch vinyl. That is the first vinyl that I, as a Danbert Nobacon solo performer, I've released since, I think it's like 1988. Why Are We Still in Ireland? It was the EP, but anyway, that's by the by. So this, the story of this song is, when we were like, so I'm old. I've got hearing aids, but when Chumbawumba became politically adult when we were in our early 20s, in the early 1980s, we started in 1982. And it was, of course, the era of Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan. And, you know, at that time, you know, there was animal rights, because animal rights was something where you could actually go save an animal, you know, from fox hunters. But there was also a huge anti-nuclear weapons movement, peace camps across Britain, because Ronald Reagan was putting nuclear missiles in Britain, making Britain putting a huge target on the back. Part of base world, you know, America has bases in 900 bases all around the world, still there in Britain. Anyway, you know, and it became quite frustrating because we didn't seem to be able to achieve anything. And then, you know, Margaret Thatcher, and this was always part of the plan, and it still is, started attacking the trade unions one by one, and then she took on the coal miners, you know, and coal mining, not what you'd want to defend, but you defend the right of people to earn a living, and at that time it was a class war by Margaret Thatcher against coal miners. So we did benefit shows with bands we'd never met, Mean Cons, people like that, and other bands, and then there was a guy, we sort of knew him because he was a socialist worker, and he sold the newspapers, and he's going, oh look, you know, we're going to form a miners support group, we're going to go, you know, collect money for miners on the street, and it was a really divisive thing. Rupert Murdoch was just launching the Sun newspaper, the prototypes of, you know, what has since become Fox News, and so we'd go collect money, and, you know, people we'd know, but they'd either like, oh, here's 10 bob, or they'd spit at us and say, because, you know, Murdoch and Thatcher were like, you know, the miners are terrorists within. Same story as what's going on now. Anyway, they had an 18-month strike. Anyway, one time we got invited to a pit called Frickley. We named one of our cats Frickley after the pit, coal mine pit. And it was January, so it was 1985. And, you know, on the Sunday night we go to what they used to call working men's clubs, a miners' club, and they have cheap beer and music, and then we go stay with a coal miner in his house, and he's, oh, sorry lads and lasses, we had to sell the couch and the TV, and we have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to go to the pit to pick it, you know. And they did it every day, but the thing was they'd invite all the supporters every once in a while to actually just block the street to stop the buses with the non-unionised scab labour getting to the coal mine, and it was partly symbolic. So anyway, we're there at 5 in the morning, pitch black, before cell phones and everything, and just probably slightly further away than where you are, there's thousands of supporters, strike supporters, miners, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of riot police. Literally, if you were very good at spitting a cherry stone, you might be able to reach them. Very close. And then the word comes up, you know, runners literally coming up, oh, the buses are coming, and the cry goes up, push and shove, and suddenly we're this close to the riot police, but we effectively block the road and stop the buses getting in. And that became a metaphor for this song, and combined with the fact that in recent years, you know, like the young kids who go to college and have like tens of thousands of pounds of debt, can't get a job, end up working in Starbucks, but they've read some history books, so they're like, let's form a union, and they did, and it spread, and, you know, unionism is going to, we're going to need it in the push. Anyway, actually, I'll do this one first. This is called, if you've ever enjoyed the weekend, or, you know, a holiday, or even if you're just at work in the bathroom, scrolling on your phone during your break, thank the unions. Thank the union for the 8-hour working day. Thank the union for weekends and holidays. Thank the union for breaks and the minimum wage. Thank the unions for every protection in the workplace. Thank the unions, thank the unions for today. Thank the unions, thank the unions for the 8-hour working day. Thank the union for weekends and holidays. Thank the union for breaks and the minimum wage. Thank the unions for every protection in the workplace. Thank the unions for giving workers muscle today. Okay, that's the preface. This is called When Push Comes to Shove. It's an emergency for our shambling democracy that never quite was, but still could be. Now that push has come to shove, it's up to us. As Albert Einstein said, we can't solve our problems with the same thinking that was used to create them. As Frederick Douglass said, power conceits nothing without a demand. Never did, never will, so here are our demands. It's not rocket science, it's really quite simple to love who we want, to have some room to breathe, some democracy in the workplace, some democracy in our paychecks, some health and well-being for the planet and for all. So this is a love song from the bottom up. We're done being pushed. Enough is enough, and there are more than enough of us for this push and shove with love. Push, shove from the working class with love. Push, shove. Percy B. Shelley said, rise like lions, shake your chains, ye of many, nay of few. As Harriet Tubman said, don't let us stop, keep on going. If you want to taste freedom, keep on going. It's not rocket science, it's really quite simple to love who we want, to have some room to breathe, some democracy in the workplace, some democracy in our paychecks, some health and well-being for the planet and for all. So this is a love song from the bottom up. We're done being pushed. Enough is enough, and there are more than enough of us for this push and shove with love. Push, shove from the working class with love. Push, shove. Which side are you on? 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 A little bit of movements, make some wiggle room, some movements, take some elbow room, some movement, make some leg room, some movement, flex our collective muscle. Here we go, here we go, here we go. a love song from the bottom up. We're done being pushed. Enough is enough, and there are more than enough of us for this push and shove with love. Push, shove from the working class with love. Push, shove the precariat with love. Push, shove the underdog with love. Push, shove all of the entraps. A little bit of movement, make some wiggle, make room. Humanity is coming through for the many, not the few. That would be me and you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. Thanks again to all the bands and amazing Dutch Orbit mates in Philadelphia. Their sister was visiting from Philadelphia, and I just got off work. I work at a cinema, and that's where I work with one of the brothers. And they're like, "Oh, you're playing in Philadelphia? Where are you playing?" And I said, "Oh, Dutch Strike Back." So we were like looking it up on our phones, and they're going like, "Where is it? I've never heard of it." I said, "Well, it's out back." And it goes da 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 da. So it's that simple. You don't even have to really be in tune, or because it's like imagine you're on a pirate ship. There's a fella here in a band called the Pirates. He'll know. Or you've just been out, or you're in a bar and you've had a drink. So you think, oh yeah, I can sing along. Anyway, I'll cue you in, and the only rule is at the end you lot just keep going, and I'll ignore what I'm doing. Okay. Voices, voices, I hear voices, I hear voices ringing around my head. Down, down, deep down, down, deep down, down in this cave hole deep underground. Off the spectrum, beyond the radar, something is stirring down below. Down through history, crossing seas, an information storm gathering speed. Desperate voices, desperate needs, can this temper set us free? Sing da 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 not bad. C+. Back in the garage with my detector, carbon dioxide, friends kissing the thermometer, raise the skull and crossbones, raise the dead, the voices ringing round my head. Full phantom fire, dust suffer a sea change coming up the air. Red on the radar, I like a thread around the world. Sing da 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 da. Very good, very good. Much improved. daggers beyond the firewall. Behind the mirage, information war vets, many heads, fresh legs, an axis of descent. Rubbing up shoulders, rubbing up the wrong way. Is there a right way? Is there a wrong way? Through the veil of dark arts and the mist of mistakes. Whatever which way, whatever it takes. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Around the world. Thank you very much. I have to say that's probably in the top one. Thank you. Thanks Philadelphia. Thanks John. And thanks everyone for taking part and coming out. Cheers.